Guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is actually going to be my Sephora recommendations. I don't have a ton of stuff, but still, these are the things that I think maybe you should try out. Obviously not everything, maybe like one or two things out of everything that I recommend. So let's get right into it. I'm going to start off with skincare first. So the first thing that I really recommend is this Biosense Squalene Hyaluronic Toning Mist. I love using this stuff, especially whenever I wash my face and I don't want any foundation on. I mean, not any foundation, any moisturizer on. Like if I'm going to go for a run, if I like, wash my face and I just kind of want to mist my face with something, or just like add a little bit of moisture to my face, I use this and I just love it so much. As you can tell, I'm like basically done with it. So definitely gonna be repurchasing this. And then as well as the Biosense Squalene Vitamin C Dark Spot. I feel like this works really well. I used to use a Drunk Elephant, but they changed their formula to where, I don't know why the hell they did this, but they like took out the ingredients out and now they have it in a powder. So when you buy the bottle, you have to put the powder into the bottle. Like, bro, nobody wants to do that. Like, we paid this extra money so you could do that for us. So unfortunately, I stopped using it and had to find a different one, and this one's worked for me so far. It hasn't broken me out. I'm really sensitive to vitamin C, and thankfully it's working for me. Now the other skincare, which I always recommend to you guys, like out of everything, I always feel like this is like the one item that everyone should purchase, and it's this Pharmacy Honeymoon Glow, the AHA Resurfacing Night Serum. This stuff works so well. Literally, like the first 2 or 3 times that you use this, you're gonna notice a huge difference in your skin. Like a lot of the texture and pores that you have in your face minimize so much with this stuff. This is literally probably like my 4th bottle. If I hadn't already repurchased this like 2 months ago, I would have also added it to my list. But thankfully, I already have a bottle, so I'm not gonna be repurchasing this. But again, out of everything, I feel like this is the one item that you guys should definitely purchase and you will not regret. So yeah, that's it for my skincare. Now for like face products, I didn't mention any foundations because I feel like there's so many out right now and I haven't tried any of them. I'm really trying to finish up what I have, but I also do plan to purchase the new NARS foundation, so hopefully that one works out for me. If that foundation had not been out, then I would have recommended the NARS Sheer Glow, or the NARS I forgot what it's called. It's Radiant something foundation. It's like long lasting foundation. Those are always like my go-to. They always work great for my skin. They never make me look too makeupy, especially whenever I don't want to look like that. And they have just never failed me. Now for other, well, actually, you know what? I actually do have one face product now that I think about it. It's this Dior Forever Skin Corrector, and it's supposed to be a concealer, but I actually purchased it a shade darker, which is a 3WO, to wear as a foundation. Now, as you can tell, it's like a little bit dark. Like, let me compare it to my NARS Sheer Glow that I had from an earlier video that I was making. So as you can tell, this is a little bit darker. So I intentionally bought this a little bit darker for summer. And the reason that I purchased this was not to use as a concealer, but to use as kind of like a full coverage foundation. And you guys are probably wondering why I didn't just purchase a foundation. I did not purchase the foundation because it has alcohol in it, and I try to avoid alcohol on my face. I have really dry skin and I feel like that just dries you out even more. But thankfully the concealer does not, and I've seen so many people rave about the concealer, so I decided to use it as a foundation. And I have worn it about twice, and it is really full coverage to me, for like my sheer foundation standards. This is like full coverage, and it works really well. I also do mix it with lighter foundations just to make it look more even toned whenever I do want to wear it. And obviously I'm not at my tannest yet, but yes, definitely recommend this as a foundation if you guys want to check it out. And I mean, it is half the price, so I mean, you can try it out, and I feel like it's a pretty good amount. It's like what, 0.5 ounces? No, wait, sorry, 0.37. But like, look at this. This is a lot, and I am not the type that uses like a ton of foundation whenever I apply it. I usually only do like 1 or 2 pumps, so really recommend this. And now for actual concealer, I really do love this Tarte Ultra Creamy, the Shape Tape Ultra Creamy Concealer. So it's not the regular concealer, the OG one. Oh my god, that thing was like cake city for me. So if you have dry under eyes or they crease easily like mine do, definitely check this one out. This one does not do that. It provides great coverage and does not leave you like with that cakey look under your eyes. I am wearing it today in case you guys were wondering, but definitely check this one out. If the other one didn't work out for you, this one should. And I feel like it still provides like that durability on the face, so it doesn't just fade easily at all. Definitely check this one out. Now for lip products, I have 3, and it's mostly the, I would say, well, one of them, this particular lipstick, but 2, it's more the formula that I really love. And you guys know that I'm obsessed with my NARS lip pencils, and it looks like this. There we go, sorry guys. So I like literally use these to death. As you can tell, I'm almost done with this one, and I've already finished like 3 other different NARS lip pencils, velvet lip matte pencils that I owned. And I feel like NARS and the other lipstick that I want to mention are the Charlotte Tilbury matte lipsticks as well. This one is in the shade Walk of Shame. I think they changed it to Walk of No Shame. But as you can tell, I'm almost done with this one. And the reason I want to bring both of these up is because I swear the formula on both is like literally the exact same thing. It's such a nice, comfortable matte. It doesn't like cling to your lines. Like I'm wearing this today with another lipstick, which I'll bring up right now. But as you can tell, it's nice and comfortable. It doesn't like feel super drying or anything like that. Neither does this. I feel like this has like a type of oil. I think it had jojoba oil, both of these did. So it doesn't create that, you know, dry, uncomfortable lip look to your lips. Yeah. And if you haven't tried these out, definitely check at least one of them out. I know sometimes they sell like little mini sets. That's usually what I do, is whenever I don't know a particular brand, I'll buy like a mini of something first before I like, you know, actually put in all my money into the brand, and see if I like the formula and how I like it on myself and things like that, and just, you know, wear it around a little bit. I definitely recommend that. So if you guys don't want to purchase full size, I know they sell different minis of both in different colors, so you can definitely check out the minis and, you know, obviously get your discount as well, so that'll even be a little less than full price. So definitely check those out. And now the other product that I actually didn't think I was gonna like, and I actually didn't like it at first, was this Rare Beauty, I don't know if it's like considered a lipstick or what it's called, but it's in the shade Support. It's called the Dewy Lip Balm in the shade Support. And I'm actually wearing this with the NARS lip pencil in the shade Bahama. And that's what I'm wearing on my lip. It's a combo of both. And I first did not like this lipstick, which is kind of funny, but recently I've actually been wearing it more, and I love how it gives me that your lips but better. That's usually what suits me best. Like those nudie colors, I can sometimes pull them off, but I feel like this particular, you know, lip shade, it's kind of something more similar to my lip color, is what works best for me. So if you're like around my skin tone, which I'm like a light medium, like olive golden undertone, then definitely check this out, because this combined with this, you know, gives me that effect, and I just really loved it. Now for blush and bronzer, I have 2. I have one that's cream and one that's powder. So the powder one that I would really recommend is this bronzer from Bobbi Brown, and the shade that I have is Natural 1, and I've really been using the crap out of it. I don't even know how I don't have a dent on it yet, because this is literally probably the only bronzer I've been using for the last 2.5 months. I had to stop myself just to kind of switch it up, because I'm weird. I get bored easily, so I sometimes have to just kind of switch things to not get bored of them. But this one, I feel like it's so good. It blends so beautifully, so easily. I do have it on my face today, in case you guys were wondering. I feel like on screen it's always, my face is always brighter, so you can never really see the color. But yes, I'm wearing this today and I really love it. And what's great about Bobbi Brown in particular, they have a great range from lightest to darkest. I've seen so many videos of like darker skin girls that use her bronzer and they love it. So if you have a darker complexion and you have a hard time finding a bronzer, I definitely recommend this particular brand, Bobbi Brown, the bronzing powders. I feel like you'll have success finding a shade for your skin, especially for my darker skin tone ladies. And then just in case you guys wanted to see what this shade looks like, let me just show you. And again, it is in Natural 1. So that is the shade. And it's just like a nice neutrally brown color, which is what I like on my skin tone. And now for the cream one that I really love, it's my Fenty Beauty cream bronzer, which I had to stop because I was already hitting pan and then I finally hit it. And it's in the shade Macchiato. I feel like this is like the perfect color for me. So as you can tell, I've officially made a dent in it. I was like trying to prolong the denting from happening, so I like intentionally stopped using it because of that. But I was like, you know what, screw it, I need to use it before it ends up, you know, going bad. But I love this. If you guys want to step into, you know, cream formulas, this is a great formula to try out. I feel like this blends out so easily. I've never had an issue with it picking up my makeup or looking patchy on my skin whatsoever. And she also, obviously you guys know Fenty always has like a great range for, you know, undertones and skin tones, and this one is also not a disappointment. So let me just swatch it for you guys in case you guys were looking for this particular color. And again, it is the Macchiato shade. And let's see if it's gonna be right there. So as you can tell, that is Macchiato, and then this is the Bobbi Brown shade. So this is a little bit more neutrally than this. Like this is still neutral, but this is way more brown, and that's why I really love it, because I feel like it hits right in between. Get it, guys, love it. And then for blushes, I really only had one brand to bring up, and it's NARS. Now this one, in particular, this particular shade, it's in illicit, and I actually found it at TJ Maxx. So definitely check out TJ Maxx if you're interested in this particular color before you buy it from the actual website. I don't know if they're discontinuing it or not, but I just really loved the particular shade of this one just because it's like a really natural peachy color. Let me swatch it for you guys. But their formula is so buttery, so soft, and it's more of a like buildable blush. I know a lot of people say that it's really pigmented, and it is if you like really dust it on there, but I'm really light with my hand, and that is what the color looks like on my hand. I do have it on my cheeks. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like a really nice like peachy brown color, and I feel like it's just perfect. It goes with most eye looks that I wear. I wear really boring shades, mostly brown, as you can tell, so I thought this would be perfect. And even for summer, I feel like this is a great shade. But honestly, all their other blushes are beautiful. I have so many different shades. I probably have, let me see, like 1, 8, I think I have like 8 different colors, and I just love their formula. I also wanted to include Tarte. I forgot to grab them, but Tarte blushes are freaking amazing. They're literally my go-to blushes for the summer, especially because here in California, you know, it goes up to 110 and 115 degree, and I kid you not, that blush does not move whatsoever. It's freaking magic. I didn't include them because they're always having their own sales, and they're always having like 30% off sales. So I feel like if you're gonna buy it, I prefer, or I recommend you guys purchase it maybe from Target, from the Tarte website instead, just because, like I said, it is 30% off compared to like the 15 and 20% off that Sephora offers. So that's the only reason why I didn't recommend that. And the only eyeshadow palette that I have to recommend to you guys is from Natasha Denona, and it's actually not this particular eyeshadow palette, but just her any of her eyeshadow palettes, like any of the smaller pans or even the little tiny mini pans that she has. So this one is the mini bronze, and I just really love this one for summer. I just feel like these colors are great and they go with so many different shades. I actually want to get the cool palette that she has. I know a lot of people say that cool tones don't look good on them, but for some reason I think they kind of work with my olive undertone, and I just never bit the bullet. But I really do love this one, and I haven't had any disappointments. And even the minis, I tried to depot them and I just destroyed them all. I know, I'm an idiot. But if I had not done that, then I would be here sharing them with you guys, because I love them so much and they blend so beautifully, and they just kind of like go so well with each other. And yeah, I just really love Natasha Denona. I'm actually trying to not buy like higher end eyeshadow palettes. I know I just brought up the other palette, the cool palette that she has that's like this, and as much as I want it, I know I'm not gonna purchase it just because I just purchased a ColourPop matte palette, and so I don't want to, you know, be spending too much. I am trying to pan my Tarte palette, which I'm getting there. My Tarte Linen Bloom palette, you guys know that's like my Ride or Die eyeshadow palette. I'm trying to pan it. I have it here because I did want to recommend it to you guys, but then after, you know, thinking about what I just said about the blush, it's the same thing with the eyeshadow palettes. I feel like if you're gonna purchase it, it's better to purchase it from the Tarte website, just because they do offer better offers sales wise, in my opinion. But yeah, this is my go-to Ride or Die eyeshadow palette. If there was one eyeshadow palette that I would recommend to everyone, it's this particular one that's, you know, high end. I feel like you can make any kind of eyeshadow look. You can go from day to night with this, and I always get compliments when I particularly use like these shades here. Anytime I use those shades, everyone's always asking me what's on my eyes. And yeah, so love this palette. But again, if you want to, I mean, you can wait for another sale. I'm pretty sure they're gonna have like a Mother's Day sale next month or whenever Mother's Day is, and you can probably get it cheaper there, or you can always just purchase it from Sephora if you want to. Now, Sephora, like actual products, I actually have their brushes. I love their brushes. They're so soft, and I feel like they're not as expensive, and I love the fact that they're actually even more of a discount than the actual Sephora VIB. So usually Sephora, like all this stuff would be 15-20% off depending on your status or whatever, but for like actual Sephora products, they do a 30% off. So that's why I love recommending the brushes, because that's a great deal, 30% off on the brushes. And I really love like this all over face powder brush. I love using it whenever I'm setting my foundation, as well as any of their eyeshadow brushes. They're amazing. And I do also have this concealer brush that I really love to spread my concealer with. Just love it. I have not had any duds, thankfully, with any of my Sephora brushes. I think about like 85% of my makeup brushes are all Sephora, because of how just well they're made and how soft and just not a disappointment they've been to me, thankfully. And every time that I purchased any of them, it's always been on a sale. So yes, definitely check out at least one of their brushes if you are interested in them right now, just because like I said, they're at 30% off, and I feel like this is literally the only time that they're ever gonna have like a good sale on their brushes, so take advantage of it. Now, the last item that I want to recommend, it's also a brush, but it's not a Sephora brush. It's the Merit foundation brush. I'm actually thinking about purchasing a second one to use intentionally as concealer, as my concealer brush, because they don't have any other brushes. I wish they did. Ugh, so I love this thing. Like, can you tell I use and abuse the crap out of this brush? Like, look at it. Like, it's so disgusting, but that's because I use her so much. Like, look at that. Gross. But it's for a reason. You guys know, like I mentioned, I wear a lot of light coverage foundations. So with light coverage foundation, there we go, you have to apply it differently, otherwise it's gonna not even show up on your face. So you can either do it with your hands, which is what I usually do with like the MAC's face and body. I'll do it with my hands, But like my NARS Sheer Glow or, you know, foundations like that, I actually love applying it with this because this applies it perfectly. I actually use this on my Face Today No Sponge, in case you guys are wondering, and just look how beautiful it blends it out. It never ever ever leaves any kind of brush strokes on my face. And I don't even know why people don't talk about this brush more, because this thing is freaking amazing and it's only $30, and obviously with the discount you can get it for less. It's such a great quality brush. Like, I want them to come out with more brushes because of how much I love this one. Like, I know for a fact once they come out with more brushes, like maybe a concealer brush or, you know, a bronzer brush or whatever else they come out with, I'm for sure checking it out. Now, I hope this video was helpful. I don't like to, you know, bombard you guys with like a ton of products. I like to recommend what I actually use. So these are like my go-to products. So anytime I have like go-to products, I love sharing them with people because I want them to enjoy them just as much as I do. So I think that's it. If you guys have any questions or concerns on anything here, just let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I will also link everything down below in case, you know, you guys want to know exactly which, you know, like eye brush or shade that I use for, you know, certain product that I brought up. I will definitely link everything down below. Everything should be in stock, hopefully, so they keep going in and out of stock out of everything. But yeah, so that's it. I'm just rambling now. I'll see you guys next time. Enjoy your Sephora sale. I hope you guys have a bunch of amazing products that you love, and that's it. Bye guys.